Hello, everyone. How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some more Alpha Centauri, shall we? So, I had the game on XBOX Gamepass, and I kept trying to reboot it, and it just wouldn't load properly, and it was too small anyway. So, I was like, well, I'm not getting it to work. Let me just see if the good old games version of the game works any differently. And it does. However, you're going to see black bars on the sides because it is running the game square, as it was, I'm sure, not meant to be run in widescreen. But the cool thing is, now, with the good old games version of the game, I can actually see the tiles. They're not, like, microscopic. So I did have to start over because it's a new client that I'm using, obviously. But I'm going to skip a lot of the tour and just try to get into settling and learning the game. Now, you'll see that my starting location appears to be different than what I had before. All right, so here's my patrol guy, and I can just kind of left-click and drag him out to explore. And there's some xenofungus. So I'm going to try to remember everything that I did. It's been a few weeks since I've played, but I really appreciate everyone's comments. Many stopped through and kind of gave me some feedback about how to play and recounted their experiences playing the game. And I got such positive feedback, people who love this game, and I knew that it was popular, but it really has invigorated me to try to push through some of the difficulty and the technical issues with just trying to play a game that is so old on a contemporary system with a widescreen monitor that even if I go down on resolution, it was not doing what I wanted it to do. All right, so you've done a good job moving Scout Patrol, but let me check my city. So in the city, I'm going to go to like the explore section, and I'm gonna basically just activate the governor for exploring. I don't know very much of what I'm doing right now, so I know I want to kind of just at least do the exploration part of a 4X and see what's around me. I got a lot of water around me this time, and there's some kind of like crazy looking fish out there. Maybe I can get that. Maybe it's like a food resource that we can acquire. And I named our base Incompetent Wonder as a joke. Okay, so that's good. And turn complete. Oh. Here. You haven't moved yet. Supply pods seated by your starship, the Unity, are items of particular interest. You must enter the square to find out what it contains. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of drag this guy over there. And we've got a survey pod from Unity. Okay. Or was that a supply pod that it just said there? Either way, no contacts. Good. I mean, getting resources is good. No events, okay. Detail map. Oh. Abundant natural resources. If you have a base within 2 squares, which I do, you'll be able to produce nutrients. Nutrients allow you to increase your population. That seems good. So, can you... I can just automate this guy, I guess. By the way, I did quick start. So, I think I did that last time, but I'm not sure if I did. So anyway, here we are. I don't really need you to... No, this is fine. Go ahead and move. Get the other pod.
Energy resources.
This symbol represents abundant energy resources. If you have a base within 2 squares, it can produce additional energy. Energy speeds scientific research and increases your wealth. Okay, great. So there's the freshwater sea. Um... Alright, so... Well, I guess just move there to look around. Energy powers your research labs and helps your researchers discover and exploit new technologies. You guide their research by controlling the fields in which they study. Okay. So, I still want to focus on exploration. Let's see here. Shift right click is the info. Okay. So this is flat moist with xenofungus. Flat and moist. There's more supplies here, so I'll just get that.
Nutrient resources.
We've recovered a survey pod from the Unity. Okay. It's located more resources on our map.
Unit lacks required ability.
Lacks required ability. Okay, touche.
Unit lacks required ability.
Right. Why don't you then go over here? Can you go over there? Sure.
Faction eradicated.
The Spartans have been eradicated. I don't even know what that means. There's another player on this map? Alright, I see some borders. This is the extent or the range of my base, I believe.
Production complete. Unit lacks required ability.
Okay. So the map is wrapping around. We've produced a new colony pod, which represents the equipment and manpower to found a new base. Move it to an appropriate spot, such as the one indicated by the second line, and press the B key to construct a base. So they think that this is a good place for a base. It's on the water, I guess. Okay, so here's my colony pod. So can you move, like, all the way over here?
If you can discover a better way of life than office holding for your future rulers, a well-governed city becomes a possibility. For only in such a state will those rule who are truly rich, not in gold, but in the wealth that makes happiness, a good and wise life. Plato, The Republic, data links.
The wealth that makes happiness. Fantastic. Yeah, we probably need that. Sure. Social psych. Fantastic. I still want to go in this explore phase, but I would like to probably build so that I can upgrade some of the infrastructure in the areas, but that's okay. And this is our first little breakthrough. Awesome. Not creepy looking at all. And actually, can you go back here? There's a pod.
Energy resources.
All right. So I'm getting some resources. Let me go in here and just check. I keep getting energy resources, and my surplus is 2. Now, that's not because I generate resources. This is just because I've found it on the map. Or no, it is because I generate. My city looks like it generates 2. But when I acquire energy resources in the field, I'm not acquiring it. I think it just means that I can work that tile to get energy. Excuse me. So it has an energy bonus. Now, well, here's a question. Does it mean that... You see how when I look at my base, and I'm getting 2 energy. There's a 2 right here, there's a 1 right here, and there's a 2 right here, which is not reflective of this information except for right here. So it's like this tile is providing 2 nutrients and a mineral, and then there's my second mineral, 4 nutrients and 2 energy. But this tile has energy but is not producing anything, and I think that that's because we're not working it. Now I'm not working this tile, but it just provides this anyway, and yeah, it just gives you a nutrient bonus. I was thinking maybe if it was just within your borders, like you would receive the bonus, but it clearly needs some kind of extra work. All right, turn complete. Go get that. We found a mysterious monolith. Always investigate monoliths. We're here to see monoliths.
Turn complete.
The arcane technology of the monolith enhanced our unit to green status. Okay, green. What does that mean, buddy? Green. It didn't give him, like, extra movement or damage or anything, but, can I look at you? Let's see if I could find anything about green status. Basic concepts. Unit types. Scout patrol. They have 1 weapon, 1 defense. They move on land. Yeah. Special abilities? All categories. Green. Green economics. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So, does this mean that, like, he's aligned politically with the Green Party? I really couldn't say. I'm gonna have this guy go over here. Colony ship's getting there. Can you go over here? Oh, you're done. You're at the spot. Okay, so can you, activate the unit here? Colony pod. Action. Here we go. Construct a base. This is Incompetent Beyond. Alright. Lady Deirdre founds Incompetent Beyond. The first guy in base since Planetfall. Colonel Santiago of the Spartans founded mankind's first base much earlier, but the Spartans fell. So that doesn't... I don't know what to make of that. We have a sweet picture, though. Alright. Now, this one, I'm actually going to focus with the governor on building, because we have exploration at the other base. This base is completely undefended and may fall prey to mine worms or energy attack. Perhaps you should move one of your units here to defend it, or click on the base and tell it to build a new garrison unit. Okay, so I don't have a garrison unit. That seems like a problem. So a former would be what I want to go work the land. And a scout patrol, I guess, could defend, but that's not very much. Alright, so I want a former too. Okay. Oop. Right. No, I know it's undefended, but I'm building stuff, so get out of here. Okay, don't show me that again. You, go over here.
We hold life to be sacred, but we also know the foundation of life consists of a stream of codes, not so different from the successive frames of a watch vid. Why then cannot we cut one code short here and start another there? Is life so fragile that it can withstand no tempering? Does the sacred brook no improvement?
Look, just because...
Dynamics of mind.
Just because you sound, very serene and wise doesn't mean that your statements aren't shocking.
Turn complete.
Oh, Monolith. Oh, we're getting there. Go get him.
Turn complete.
Okay, turn complete.
Production complete.
What'd you finish? I wish there was, do I really want to quit? No. What I want is, no. Game. What I would like is some way to... I want to see the key commands. Huh. I'd like to be able to move the camera without using the edge panning. Incompetent Wonder has just built a former unit. Yep. So we press Shift A to automate them, which seems cool. I did the tour on these guys before. So what I'm going to do is, can you go over here? Get this one. The monolith is silent. Okay, go over here.
Production complete.
Planting forests, right. So this is what we want. So we definitely want an action. And can you... No, I don't want to disband you. Terraform, yeah. The farm is good. The forest is also good. Let me see what this flat and moist energy bonus. But the solar collector seems like if there's an energy bonus, we want that. But I think you can put... Yeah, look, you could put a farm, a solar, and a road, I guess. So all of those. I don't know if I need a road necessarily, but I definitely want a farm and solar. Alright, they built a former too. Okay, cool. What is this land right here? This is rolling moist xenofungus. Here, move over here. And then you can get this one. It's silent. Yeah. Don't show this again about the forest. What I want you to plant or to terraform here, it's again, I want the farm solar road.
Production complete.
We built a scout patrol. Great. So then I'm going to go over here. Your farmers have planted a farm. It will now produce additional nutrients. Great. That's what we need. Now you, yeah, he should stay home. So I'm going to push H to be like, hold.
There are only two ways in which we can account for a necessary agreement of experience with the concepts of its objects. Either experience makes these concepts possible, or these concepts make experience possible. Immanuel Kant, Critique of Pure Reason, Data Links.
All right, so we've discovered the secrets of the human brain.
Once a man has changed the relationship between himself and his environment, he cannot return to the blissful ignorance he left. Motion of necessity involves a change in perspective. Commissioner Pravin Lal, A Social History of Planet.
We've obtained technologies which will allow us to design better units. Would you care to see the new units our engineers are proposing? Yeah, sure. A scout rover. On the design workshop screen, you create new units with which to explore and conquer planet. You assign each unit type a weapon, armor, chassis, reactor, and perhaps a special ability or two. You are then free to begin building those units at any of your bases. And I believe people were commenting about this, which is one of the great things about Alpha Centauri, is the unit creation. Like, that you can kind of, like, not just, like, visually modify this, but you get to pick exactly what kind of a unit you're making and affect its stats and abilities. The chassis determines the number of moves it gets each turn. You can also choose a land, sea, or air chassis. Certain chassis gain special combat bonuses. For instance, the infantry chassis type is especially good for attacking enemy bases. Assigning your unit a weapon allows it to attack enemy units. The higher the attack value, the more likely your chances for success, but the more costly the unit will be to build. You can also choose equipment modules to create units for non-combat roles. Armor protects your units from attack, the thicker the better. A reactor provides power to your unit. You should usually select the biggest reactor allowed by your technology level, since this not only makes your unit harder to kill, it often lowers the cost. When your technology allows, you may add special abilities such as drop pods or anti-gravity struts to create units for specialty missions. The coat shows the number of minerals which will be required to build your new unit. Unless you're playing the Spartans, the first unit of a new type will incur the prototype cost, representing the difficulty of developing new designs. Right. Your unit's stats are summarized here. The first number represents weapon strength or offensive capability. The middle indicates armor or defensive capabilities, and the final shows the number of moves. If you have selected a reactor with a value greater than 1, it will be shown at the end after a star. Alright, cool. Basic unit types which you've designed will appear here. You may click on any unit type to examine or edit it. These arrow buttons allow you to scroll through the unit types. The preset buttons allow you to design certain styles of unit quickly. Click on any button and the workshop will propose a design of that type. When you've designed a new unit or made changes to an old design, use the Done button rather, to confirm your changes and close the design workshop. The Apply button can be used to confirm your changes without closing the design workshop. You are then free to create or examine other unit types. The Rename button allows you to name your unit types. The Obsolete button can be used to mark a unit type as obsolete and no longer necessary. Obsolete unit types will not show up as production choices, so they won't clutter up your production menus. But any existing units of an obsolete type will continue to function until you upgrade them or they are destroyed or disbanded. You can also use this button to return a previously obsolete type of unit to service. The Upgrade button upgrades all units of your currently selected type to a better type. The Design Workshop will check to see if you have a better type available, and if so, will offer you an upgrade. You must prototype a new unit before you can upgrade to it. The Retire button retires a unit type from service entirely. Any remaining units of that type are disbanded, and the design is deleted from your units list. Wow. Finally, the Cancel button allows you to leave the Design Workshop without making any further changes. If you wish to take this tour again, you may do so. Right. Cool. So here's a Scout Rover, which is 1 attack, 1 defense, and 2 move. And that seems really good. So, you know, everything is pretty good here, except for the name. All right. So now we're going to apply, and I'm done. Cool. So I've got 2 cities, and I have a unit out here which is trying to explore, and I think I'm actually going to just automate this guy's exploration. Here. Yeah, I'm going to explore automatically. There you go. And see what they can come up with. And then I'm going to check this city, for example, and you could see it. Yep, look at this. This is where we're working. No, the Monolith. Oh, does the Monolith just provide all of this stuff? So the Monolith by itself just gives you 2 nutrients, 2 minerals, and 2 energy? That's sick. Okay, and we're upgrading over here. Looks like we finished the farm portion, but we are still working on the collector. Like, the farm is here. Cool. Well, I'm preferring this version of the game. The client is more stable, and I can see things at this resolution much easier. I have a ton to learn. I know I'm doing badly, but I'm really enjoying this, and the game is very, very well designed and balanced, and I love the unit creation. I have to obviously to get into it more, but everyone, thank you for your patience, and thank you for sharing all of your tips and advice for a person trying to learn this game for the very first time, even though it's many decades after its original release. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care.